So your underlying energy is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so we're dealing with a lot of lack this time around here. Something is slacking here. Let's see. Okay. Action is lacking. Seriously, somebody is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, or someone is not doing anything in the relationship. There's a lack of some communication, lack of support, lack of security, possibly lack of connection, lack of connecting. But this is also this is a place of vulnerability as well. It's a very vulnerable place to be, especially in beginning aspects of relationships. So I feel like there's a lot of balance that's needed in this relationship right now. But right now you guys are looking at what's not here, what's not there, what is necessary, what you guys need to continue in the relationship, okay? Now, your current state of being, you have the Knight of Cups. So you guys are very much focused on what it is that you want. A lot of you guys are probably dealing with somebody that was once a friend and now wanted more, and they could be possibly, looking to offer you a cup of love. For a lot of you guys could be dealing with someone that's already very romantic and has already extended a cup to you. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And if this is not someone that's a water sign, this is someone that has the attributes of being very dreamy, very romantic, smooth talking. But they have a problem here with regards to promises. They're not really good at keeping their promises. They say things in the moment, but they don't necessarily keep them sometimes. So it's like they're not lying to you, but they just have a hard time keeping their word. Now again, like I was saying before, this could very well be you. You guys could be very romantic and, really focusing on the love aspects of your life right now. But you guys also could be focusing on what it is that you want. Now, you guys are the only people that know what you guys want, because considering this is a general reading, I'm not going to go ahead and clarify. But I do feel like you guys know what you want and you're ready to go after it. You guys are very focused on it. Now, what your goal is the sun. So you guys really want to see all sides of the situation and have the path cleared and visible to see to lead you to potential happiness. So this is a really good card to get as far as your goal. However, the thing that's keeping you from getting to your goal is balance. It's a good balance of give and take. Some of you guys may be taking too much or giving too much in the relationship, or there's a balance dynamic issue that's going on here. Now, the reason why you guys have a balance dynamic issue has to do with the Magician. Somebody's just good at talking. Someone is really good at being a smooth talker. That's why the current state of being is the Knight of Cups. And I think because the Magician isn't necessarily a bad card. But when I see with the Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, this is somebody that knows what they're doing and can manipulate the situation. Someone may be a little bit manipulative in this circumstance. Could be you, Scorpio, but it could be the person that you're dealing with as well. So be very mindful of that. So if somebody's just messing up the whole dynamic of the relationship and by being manipulative, someone is just knowing how to, persuade or to get things to move in the way that they want them to move, and they're not, and they're just not really giving back. They're just kind of manipulating the situation. For some of you guys, the reason why there's not there's no balance in their situation as well is because someone may not be feeling confident in themselves in regards to making the relationship work, or making whatever goals that they're getting to whatever goals that they have is really, it's hitting a blow. It's getting hit really badly because somebody is not confident in themselves and their ability to get what they want to, and they're not confident in their ability or their in the manifestation powers that they have. Scorpio, that could be you, you guys may not be feeling very confident in getting whatever you want, which is why you guys are feeling pretty, feeling like you're lacking in a lot of spaces. Maybe you've done so much and you guys could have actually done something really, really great for yourselves recently, considering that this is under the underlying energy, which is the Five of Pentacles. You guys have been doing excellent, putting out your hard work into things and getting recognized for your efforts, but then all of a sudden you guys are hit with this Five of Pentacles. Maybe you guys weren't compensated fairly. Maybe you guys were, weren't given what you felt like you deserved. So now you guys are having to look at what is not there, what's not properly proportioned or given to you, right? So that it could be it right there, right? It has a lot to do with what you created, and what you created wasn't didn't show or didn't manifest itself in a proper way. Now, what your advice is the Queen of Cups. For a lot of you guys, this is talking about consulting someone, or maybe not consulting someone, but focusing your energy on who this Queen of Cups is. Queen of Cups could be he or she, a Scorpio, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this could, again, this very well could be you. This could be looking at your soul, looking at your emotions, and really following your intuition. Allowing your intuition to flow through you, allowing your emotions to be your drive and your creativity, and allowing yourself to be in your emotions for a moment and just be okay with that. To really know who you are emotionally and see where you are emotionally. Are you happy with what you've done? Are you happy with this dynamic of this relationship? If not, what needs to be changed? And why do you, most importantly, not what needs to be changed, but why do you feel this way? Why is your emotions swinging this way and that way? What is going on emotionally for you? And when you figure out what you're feeling, I feel like you're going, see, the Queen of Cups here, as you notice, she's covering the top of her cup. She doesn't show anybody anything about her cup. But the one thing that's very true about the Queen of Cups is that she knows what's in it. She knows how much is in it. She knows what is in the cup itself. So know what's in your cup. Know what's in your heart's desire. Know what's in your heart, period. Because that's what's going to help you gain the confidence to overcome either any manipulative energy, or to gain the confidence to put some order back into the dynamic of the relationship. For lots of you guys, this could be talking about being more loving and necessarily not being so controlling and manipulative, being more loving. I'm not saying Scorpios that you're manipulative, but there are some Scorpios out there that can have this aspect that's going on, and this could be the partner that could be very manipulative as well. So this is just a general reading. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. However, if this is you, you want to come from a place of compassion and love. If this is a manipulative situation, especially on your part, it is best advised to learn to be more loving and accepting instead of very controlling right now. Because the Queen of Cups, she's not a fixed sign. She's very controlling. She's very loose. She's very passive. So right now, you may need to be very passive right now, and not jack up the balance, because you want to control the situation so badly, because you want something very badly. Okay, so that's for some Scorpios, not all of them, but yes, know what's in your cup, guys. Know how you feel. Know what's going on, so that way you can express how you feel emotionally to fix the dynamic of the relationship with your partner. But you have to know what's in your cup first. If you don't know what's going on with you emotionally, it's going to be very hard to communicate what's needed to be fixed and what balance needs to be put in place in your relationship. So Scorpios, also be mindful of what's going on in your heart. Now, how you guys are feeling is the Seven of Swords. Y'all are not really wanting to deal with it too much. I think the situation is more of like I don't really want to do that. It's kind of like, let's just get the heck out of here. I don't really want to deal with it. So this is very evasive and not really wanting to deal with stuff head on. For a lot of you guys, this is talking about knowing that you have to take a risk in doing that with your emotions. This is a risky business kind of card here. You guys are even probably being possibly passive aggressive, so be very careful with that. Passive aggressiveness can cause the dynamic of the relationship to kind of go out of whack. You want to approach it very straightforward instead of by passive means. But you also don't want to lie about how you feel. You don't want to honestly, because that's another manipulative tactic. Don't lie about how you feel. Lying is just as bad as manipulation. It's actually pretty much the same thing. When you lie, you manipulate the situation to work in your favor. So, Scorpios, I would highly suggest being very honest about how you feel right now. Don't lie about it. Don't try to avoid it. Don't do anything. Because honestly, if you remain, closed off and uncooperative, and if you remain to lie about how you feel, you could potentially cause the relationship even more, causing more problems with the relationship, because the situation can't be worked through honest means. So as long as you guys stay honest and honestly just deal with the situation, despite how fucking uncomfortable it is, because I get it, Scorpio, when it comes to conflict, it's just not fun to deal with sometimes. You just don't want to deal with it. You're just like, God, I have other things I need to do. I don't need this. Sometimes just dealing with it and getting it over with, it's just going to make everything smooth. Okay, so I'm not saying that you guys are lying, but I am saying that you may be avoiding stuff. You may not want to be dealing with it head on. Or you guys may be being very clever about something and really just being passive aggressive. And some of you guys just may just not, just may not be really wanting to deal with anything at all. So you just cover it all up, say everything's fine. Don't do that. Because right now, if you want the relationship to work, you have to be honest. You have to be honest with yourself, especially. Be honest with yourself. If everything is not good, it's not good. Okay? Look within your cup and don't lie to yourself. I would seriously suggest not doing that anyway. Now, for your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You don't want to... I feel like this is what could come up after this, especially because, honestly, with how everything's looking, right? With, things that are not really falling in your favor with the Five of Pentacles and the underlying energy, and then the Six of Pentacles, the Magician. You want clarity. You want to see things from all angles, and you want to see the potential happiness. How can you get there if you can't be honest with your emotions? Be honest with yourself. If someone's manipulating the situation, you need to at least know how you feel. You need to at least know what your truth is. Excuse me. So when the Seven of Pentacles comes up for you guys as your hopes and fears, I get this. You don't want to have to constantly rethink everything that you're doing, constantly rethink the hard work and effort that you just put into something. But here's the thing, if it's going to get you to a place where you could feel more committed, fair enough, that's fine. But the Seven of Pentacles, I feel, is more of like, you don't want to wait for what you feel you deserve. You don't want to have to constantly hang around and kind of keep doing, the best that you can and not get any rewards for it. But at the same time, you do want the gifts to come out. You do want to see what you worked so hard to obtain in the first place, which is completely fair enough. But then it always comes back to evaluating what it is that you're putting your heart and soul into, and if it's even worth it. So I get the reevaluation part. It can be a little bit frustrating, especially considering that whole situation. But remember that you can change that aspect by being completely honest with yourself. Be honest with who you are. Be honest with how you feel. If this dynamic of the situation, if the dynamic in the relationship don't work for you, it's time to change it, right? It ain't for you. Why is it not for you? And then move on from there, right? Find the solution from there. But you got to know what it is that's bothering you first and why. And in your outcome, you have the High Priestess. So this is about knowing. This is the all-knowing, but the hidden knowledge. Okay, this is also about secrets and things not being seen. Because the High Priestess, she just has unspoken wisdom, right? It's just unspoken and unheard of. And yeah, she's got a scroll there, but the scroll is honestly written in a language nobody can understand but her. She also has the moon behind her. Typically, with the Rider-Waite, she has the moon on her feet, so she is the epitome of intuition. So you have to go with your instincts and allow your emotions to kind of flow through you in order to know what you need to know about the situation and the relationship around you. Go, be in the moment and go with the flow when this card comes up as well. But then when I see this with the Seven of Swords coming up, there's obviously some lies, things being kept a secret. And I don't know what it is that's being kept a secret here, but I feel like it's going to come out eventually because that's just how things work, right? Whatever's in the dark will always come to light. Whatever it is just being kept from you or you're keeping from someone else will come out. But you have to be honest with yourself. Be honest about it first is what's going to help you. And honestly, it's going to help the impact of the relationship a lot more. But honestly, you'll know what to do because you'll be in the moment and you'll follow your intuition. Let's put some more important here. I'm going to pull one more additional card for the High Priestess to see what's going on with that. Why is the High Priestess in the outcome? Why is High Priestess in the outcome? Why is High Priestess in the outcome? The Two of Pentacles, distraction. Okay, now looking at the emotions. And I think I feel like honestly that's kind of the opposite. I think the reason why the High Priestess is in your underlying energy, why the High Priestess is the outcome, is because the Two of Two of Pentacles is what's showing the lack, what's missing. There's a lot of juggling going on and not a lot of emotional looking at stuff. So you know what's in your heart, guys. Really know what's going on within yourself to be able to guide you in the right direction. Okay? I'm going to actually put this up right here. The High Priestess. I'm going to go ahead and pull for you guys in regards to your romance angels. Honeymoon. Ooh. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, really evaluate. This is what it's telling me. When the honeymoon card comes up, it's talking about evaluation. This is a time of you guys together. And yeah, there's some stuff that's going on. Five of Pentacles, something that's lacking. Really pay attention to what's going on in the relationship and how you guys work together, even in circumstances when you guys are alone. Because with that information, you'll be able to come up with whatever you need to come up with. Also, looking at your emotions at this time as well, even within a relationship, even within a time away from with your partner. Looking at how you feel is what's going to help you figure out what balance is necessary in your life. Okay? So Scorpios, if you guys are going on a honeymoon, or you guys are taking a trip, or you guys are having staycation time but together and alone, always look at how you feel, okay? Always look at how you feel, and always know what's in your cup. That's what's very important about this whole thing. Always know what's in your cup. Now let's go ahead and pull for you your whispers of love. I dropped some cards. It's just great. As you guys hear the shaking, that's because I got beads in my hair again. Okay. Alright, and your card here is love is all around you. It says, there is love everywhere, all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Every lesson that we go through, everything that we happen to run into, every obstacle, is meant to show us that love exists in our hearts and our hearts only. And one thing that we can do is to express that in ways that we can, pretty much. I see affection as an art form, right? An art form to express how we feel. Either it could be work, it could be kisses, hugs. It's all art to me. Because your love is very unique to yourself, to you. And how you love yourself is very unique to you. It's only something that you can give to yourself. And when you express your love with someone else, it's typically just an art form. It's just an expression. So, despite how things are looking at this time, with a lot of things not really working out in the way that they should, and way that you feel that they should, know that everything is happening because love is in the air. Love is there. And it's to show you that you have love within yourself. But if you truly love yourself, knowing how you feel is one of those important aspects into pretty much saying, speaking that, it's showing that you love yourself. Look at how you feel, Scorpio, okay? Because this situation isn't happening because there isn't any love. It's because there's something lacking to make the relationship more stable, okay? Don't think that this is spitefulness. I don't think anybody's being spiteful here. Nobody's being spiteful. With someone, I get it. The Magician here, yes. The Queen of Cups, yes. The High Priestess, Seven of Swords. This looks really shady. Don't think this is a bad card. I feel like this person's coming from a loving place, but they just don't know how to do it without having to control the situation. If someone's being very controlling in their love lives, you have to figure out the why, and that's what the Queen of Cups can do. She is very good at figuring out the why because she's very patient. She's very gentle. She's very soft. You want to tap into your softness and get to the bottom of the situation. If someone is not being honest with you, or you're not being honest with someone else, be compassionate to yourself. Be compassionate to the person, and understand the why. And then you'll be able to fix the dynamic in the relationship. But until then, you really want to be very patient with yourself. Don't rush it. You're not going to find it immediately, but when you do find it, you will be able to fix the issue that lies right in front of you that's keeping you from the sun.